Play called soccer, the beautiful game. Not just because of the skill and grace that is needed to perform well. It takes teamwork and communication. It relies on timing and passion. And when it all comes together, it can be glorious.
Circle up, space. Go. Thanks, Mia. All right, first Mia leader. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
A coach from Groves contacted me and said that they have an intramural co-ed soccer team. And so he said, would you be interested in playing? And I said I thought that was a really cool idea. And so I started talking to people in administration, and they said, go with it.
I decided to join the soccer team this year because I knew that the school really wanted to get this soccer team going, and I was so for the idea that, you know, it's our first competitive sports team.
I never played soccer, no. I had Miss Burkhofer kind of as my assistant, and she was my soccer guru.
I became involved at the soccer team in LGA after they found out that I'd played soccer for many years. I started playing soccer when I was about 12 in Albert Lea, Minnesota, and ever since I started I played year-round. I played throughout high school and into college.
We just stuck to really basic skills in the beginning, and then did a lot of gameplay and practice, like what happens when this situation happens, and what happens if the ball goes out of bounds here, what do we do? And then practicing those skills in smaller practice situations.
Who knows how to do a throw-in? How do you do a throw-in? Tell me. Over your head. Okay. Feet on the ground, over the head. Not just over the head, but all the way back behind and over the head. Otherwise, they will call you on it and they will give the ball to the other team. If you lift your foot, they will call you on it and give it to the other team.
I knew that there were a number of players that hadn't played soccer before. So what the coaches and I did, we just tried to teach them the basics of the game, kind of the basic skills, basic ideas, give them how to shoot, how to pass, positioning, all that kind of stuff, and then worked on it for the few practices we had and did the rest.
And you're gone, you're going, you're going online. Very good.
We started off with the practices. We just started with reviewing some of the basic rules, and then had some of the kids who had played before kind of help lead those that had never played.
Sometimes I would help out my teammates in, you know, the drills and stuff, but then sometimes, well, you always want to help, but sometimes I would kind of help mentor.
I kind of told them where they were supposed to be, trying to get them to stay on their side of the field, and then like saying good job and stuff, and like not just being like go there, stay there.
I think the teamwork aspect of it sometimes is more difficult when students are on the spectrum, but I think giving them the opportunity to practice that skill in this setting is probably one of the best ways.
Kind of like keep away. You four are going to try to keep away from us four. Us four are going to try to keep the ball away from you four. If you kick the ball out of bounds, it's the other team's ball.
Coming into this team, knowing that I was working with kids on the autism spectrum, I really stressed the importance of communication between the team members, because that is an important part of play, just so players on the field know where each other are on the field and if they have support and if they need to cross the ball or that. So that's something I tried to stress.
Red out, get open! I don't want you to be right in front of me.
The coolest thing I had happen was two students who, prior to soccer, had like past of not getting along, and one day at soccer we were talking about being a team and that we had to forget these things, and one player said to the other, you know, can we just call it truce? And from then on, there were no more conflicts. They were able to work together as a team. It brought the whole group together, like watching those two kind of put behind their differences. So I think giving them an opportunity to work on that skill of teamwork, even though it is a challenge, was probably one of the coolest things that I saw happen.
We're going to talk about
the game is gonna go. We might review some rules, but we're not gonna be jogging around the field to start. We're gonna save that for when we get to the game, okay? We're not gonna be doing our stretches, we're gonna save that for when we get to the game. Adia, question?
That's what I'm talking about.
I was very nervous and excited because I think the opportunity for the students was very, very exciting in their first game, and it was a very important game to them because it's our only game, and so that was all very exciting for me. But I wanted them to enjoy it.
Maybe we can make a giant poster and we all run right
Wild
through it.
lion.
Mia,
Like just
Mia.
mauling the other team.
Mia.
I just wanted them to feel like, you know, this is really fun and I'd like to do this again, and kind of be able to bring that back to school and share with the other kids how cool that was.
And first thought when I saw that team was, crap.
Pick something.
I didn't know what to think because they had near 22 players, I think. And we had 12 or 13.
So that was a little intimidating, but I knew our kids would play hard, and they did.
1, 2, 3.
When I saw the other team, I expected a bigger turnout, but then I didn't expect as much turnout for us because there weren't as many kids. But there were other people going to the game, like some staff and like some other families.
Lionsgate was down 1-0, and they were advancing the ball up the field.
All I saw was, you know, us passing it through the field or the pitch, and then we got it up there, and I was like, there's no way we're gonna make it. You know, it's just gonna come flying back to me. Then once I heard goal, I looked up and I was like, oh my gosh, goal!
That was pretty exciting when we scored the goal. Like, I don't know, I think I put my hands up and was like cheering.
That away, blue!
Yes.
It was so great to see all the students' reactions. I was screaming, I was happy for them, just to see their hard work paying off.
Can't really remember most of it, but I just remember, I believe it was, I was running down, I think I got past like one guy and then another guy, and then I saw a chance when I was like on the right side of the net, and I think that I got it from like the back with the goalie there, and yeah, and then I got a lot of good passes.
I definitely saw Zach going back to, you know, back to the field, and he was high-fiving people, but he wasn't cocky about it, and that's what I like about him.
To score a goal, it's important in playing the game because I think it gave them all confidence, especially that it was in the first like 10 minutes of the game. That right there was like, we are on this playing field. We are ready for this. We can do it. I think that made all the kids feel like, I'm here and I am a part of this.
Knowing that we had fewer numbers than the other team, conditioning was a concern because we didn't do too much conditioning in practices because they were so short. But we tried to make frequent substitutions to try to keep people's legs fresh.
Despite the larger field and the differences in the field, it really didn't bother them when they were playing. They just ran their hearts out. I know one kid, he's red-faced and still trying every little bit, even though he's huffing and puffing, and he didn't want to come out because he said, this is where I want to be. I want to be in the game.
When we started to lose, I didn't really get upset about it. I used to play soccer like every year, and it just felt weird not being in soccer, so I just found the chance that it was just really fun to just be out in the field and just, well, I mean, I just like that, just being able to run around and not have to sit on the sidelines watch my brother when it's like, it's just hard not to run up on the field and just start playing.
As the game went on and they started losing by a few more goals, I was a little anxious to see how they would react, but at halftime, one of the things I said to them was, you know, the game doesn't end until the very last minute. You got to play hard all the way through, and they did that.
What really mattered about the game was not that it was lopsided, not that we got whomped. I would say it was just that, you know, it was that we tried our hardest and put a good foot forwards and, you know, got to say hello to the Groves team and got to meet the Groves team.
It was tremendous to have all the support we had at the game. It was really great, and I'm sure that's one of the reasons the students never gave up and just played their hardest.
I'd say having the amount of support that we had was incredible. I mean, like, I didn't expect more than, you know, 10 to 15 people to show up to our game, and there were a good 30 people or more there. And you know, between both sides, there were people supporting each other and supporting their team and everything, and it was really a good game.
Well, I talked to a student after the game, actually the next day at school, and I said, "Did you have fun last night? Did you have fun in the game?" And she said, "Yeah, it was awesome. Even though we lost," she said, "it didn't really matter because I got to play on a team, and that was the cool thing."
Really impressed with how you guys played today. You worked so well as a team. You stepped it up 10 notches from practice. So great work out there. Lions on 3. 1, 2, 3. Lions! Woo!